Hey guys, welcome to a new video. And in this video, I want to talk about something scary. But before I talk about that, I want to shout out three special people. The first shout out goes to my very first editor, who is my friend Jacob Mayfield. He edited a part of my last video, the breaking news video. Yeah, he edited a part of that. I did give him a shout out in the description, but it's not the same, so might as well give him a shout out in this video. Anyways, the second shout out goes to my other friend Santiago. What did he do? Absolutely nothing except for subscribing and being there for me. So yeah, he also asked. So last and final shout out goes to Isaac Des 12. Why? I don't know. He asked. So yeah, anyways, I want to talk about something scary. Something that scares kids the most. Something that basically almost scares every kid. And that thing is school. Now, don't get me wrong, school was alright. Was being the keyword here. Anyways, we used to love school, right? I'm gonna assume you agree with me, but whatever. Anyways, what happened to school in these recent years? I feel like ever since the pandemic, humanity was never the same. After the pandemic was over, it introduced us to many things that I have never heard of in my years of existence. Like pronouns, for example. Anyways, I'm gonna separate school into different sections that make school what we know and somewhat love. Those sections are students, teachers, lunches, technology, school fights, fashion, and most importantly, school bathrooms. I'm gonna start with the student sections first. Back in the old days, we used to pay a decent amount of attention to the teachers. There were already some attention-seeking students like the school bullies, the class clown, and the troublemaker kid. But every grade you go to, it always introduces you to a new breed of students you never even heard of, like the vapors, the hot Cheeto girls, the emo kids, the kids who are stuck in a previous year, and the list keeps going. And in today's world, you bet there are going to be a lot of different kinds of breeds of students. You got the vapors who want to live a shorter lifespan. And speaking about vapes, I went to a friend's house one time and her older sister had a vape. Or I think she still has it, I don't know. And I found it, so I grabbed it and I was like, what's so good about vapes? So I sniffed it, and let me tell you, vapes are very tempting. Don't vape, kids, because you won't live to be 40 years old. Anyways, the hot Cheeto girls are the most annoying girls, right next to the popular girls. They'll always be yapping about who knows what while eating hot Cheetos. I don't really have to say much about emo kids because they're chill. The kids that are stuck in a previous year should just move to a new school because their cringe level is above the roof. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't care that Among Us got a new update. Like, that game died 3 years ago. Next section is teachers. Now, I do feel bad for some teachers because it's really hard to teach kids that are dumb as heck. But some teachers can go work as a drill sergeant because they are strict for no reason. Like, bro, you don't need to be extra. Like, don't you get paid like 5 cents? Anyways, next section is school lunches. We all love school lunches, right? Maybe y'all don't because y'all may live in different states. But in Texas, they serve us good food. So I don't really have to say much about school lunches, but I have seen videos and photos of school lunches in other schools or states, and my god, even dogs get better food than that. Next section is technology. We all love technology, right? Anyways, technology is good and we can benefit from it. But there are some kids over here that are ruining it for the rest of us. My school used to allow us to have our phones out in the halls during transition, but due to recent events, fights, they don't let us do that anymore. And during the last 2 to 3 minutes of lunch, we have to put away our phones. What difference is that gonna make? Our school also has Chromebooks, and people over here are destroying them. Like, take a look at some Chromebooks I found in different classes. Next section is school fights. Now, I don't really have to say much about school fights other than they feel like an event. And when you miss a school fight, then sucks to be you. I've witnessed some school fights, but I always arrived at the end when the teachers are breaking up the fight. I did get to see a fight from the beginning to the end, and it was awesome. I already knew Trenton was going to win because compared to Kirby, I think that's how you say his name, I don't know. We all knew who was going to win. There was a school fight that did get out of hand, and I was there. Well, okay, anyways, it was during breakfast, and for some reason, I decided to leave early, and I went to class. Then a few minutes later, a lot of kids came running to my class, running and jumping, laughing, saying that there was a fight. And I was already bummed out as soon as I heard that, because I was literally just there. and it doesn't end there. The fight was the fight that happened was a fight like none other. Apparently, two dudes were beefing online, and the next day, one of them brought a knife. And when they were fighting, he pulled out his knife and stabbed the other guy. For those who go to my school, y'all know which fight I'm talking about. The next day, my school was on the news. I remember my mom was picking me up from car rider, and we saw a news van, a woman standing outside holding a mic, and a cameraman. My mom was joking and telling me that they should interview me because I was there in the aftermath. And the next day, I forgot about the whole news van and everything until I remembered that they were recording. So I searched up my school, went to the news section, and there it was. I don't know if I should dox myself and show you the news video because it shows what school I go to, but then again, it was on the news and a lot of people saw it. So, you know what, I'm not going to do that for now. Anyways, in the video, they said that they sent Aldo, the kid with the knife, to some juvenile detention thing. I don't know, like a juvenile jail thing. I don't know what it is. And the other kid was sent to the hospital. And ever since the fight, our school made some weird changes, like the fun examples I said earlier. And also back then, you could defend yourself in a fight. But now if you defend yourself during a fight, you will go to DAEP, which stands for Disciplinary Alternative Education Program. It's basically a strict school for bad kids. Anyways, when I first heard that, I was mad and confused. Like, what am I supposed to do when someone's beating my ass? I could play dead, but then again, you'll look stupid and you'll get nicknames like Possum Kid. Anyways, I'm done talking about school fights. Next section is fashion. And I don't really have to say much about fashion/clothes other than if you're not wearing Nikes or any type of branded clothing, you're getting made fun of. Next section is, and the last section is the school bathrooms. School bathrooms also changed, not as in looks, but their use. Back then, they were used for what they were intended for. But now, they're places to hang out with your friends when you want to skip school, which I don't blame you, or I don't blame them. School can get boring, and if you want to meet up with your friends, then that's okay. As long as kids aren't smoking or doing drugs, then I'm cool with it. Wait. Anyways, those are all the things that make up the thing we all know and somewhat love, or slightly love. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, that joke is old now. Until next time, I'll see you soon.